Hi and welcome to show 50. It's one year birthday, and because of that, Chris and I have got us a little friend in tonight.
A little friend, he's actually taller than both of us, I think, actually, nearly.
The legend that is DJ EssDee, he has come down on a high-speed first-class train to join us in the shed.
That's right.
We went out and saw our man Big Daddy Kane last night.
And he was big.
He was
a daddy.
He was.
And he had a cane.
He did. He did.
He was pretty amazing, man.
He was awesome, I have to say. It was an absolute corking little night.
Yeah.
And he wasn't on for that long, you know, but it was pretty good because he packed everything in. So it was wicked.
It was nice
really,
for him to come over and do it as a birthday treat to us.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have come otherwise.
Nah.
DJ Vadim were doing the support DJ.
That's right, yeah.
It was a bit
Fig
weird.
was there as well.
Big up Mark, sorry about your Nikes.
Yeah. The same Nikes he actually wore in this very shed as well.
Ruined now.
Yeah, I ruined.
Sam has come down to, EssDee has come down to talk about the imminent release of Charity Shop Tapes 2. And he's bought some records from it.
Yeah.
So tell us about this, Sam.
This is, wait a minute. See the Lord by Arrival.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nice
Gospel-y.
Yeah. Nice up tempo. We can cut some rug. Well, we can't really because there's no room now in here. There's records everywhere, so it's a bit of a
tight in here.
It's a tight. It's a
what
bit
you
of a,
can't see is all our legs are intertwined down there a little bit as well.
That's right. Yeah, it's a very tight hole. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so we got another one of EssDee's platters that matter coming up next.
I like it. Platters that matter.
And we carry on with the previews of Charity Shop Tapes 2. What you got?
This is E by Gummits Cold by the Academicals. One tune that I put on a video and format. Got in touch and went, what's that? Made me feel really proud that I dug something out that he didn't have. Yeah. Really cool.
The man with the records. He's got everything.
Is the man.
He's got everything.
Big nose as well.
Yeah. But this is wicked.
He didn't have Chaz Martinez. No, we played that last week. Giving out about it.
But this is a wicked track, and
Nice.
being called E by Gummits Cold, I've got a feeling it might be English and possibly from your neck of the woods.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Definitely North Watford.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's UK only 7 on Electric Records.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't know the year though, but I'd say mid-70s. Yeah, mid-70s.
73.
Yeah.
About.
Wicked though.
Yeah,
I'd just like to say, big up, Retreat Clothing,
yeah, we
supplying
are.
Threads,
We are
sponsoring me, keeping me warm in t-shirts, however that works in the winter.
Warm today though.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I'm wearing one of Martin Lovegrove's awesome older t-shirts from Groove Records.
Chris has caught the sun on the back of his neck.
Bit of a redneck.
It's been a nice day.
Yeah, it's been a lovely day. We've been digging today as well.
Yeah, been to a pub at Winston Churchill, didn't go to. He went to the school round the corner. Very nice. Brad took me last night.
We're shining all the sides. I took you last night.
Yeah. Brad took him last night.
You come to the shed, you get hospitality.
You do.
They do look after you.
Right, well, from this to this. Yeah, we're going to some library action here. This is the Cavendish Orchestra, although this, being on the Cavendish series of library records out of the UK.
Very nice.
Yeah, Cavendish Series 9, and this is League Liner. This is basically Ray Davies and his funky brass or button-down brass or something like that. This was re-released by... it was re-released. I can't remember who by, but I've got the single as well, so you can actually pick it up as a re-release single from about 10 years ago, I believe.
I'll put the details up.
Yeah. I believe it's the guys who used to do the Vinyl Vulture side. So there you go.
It's got 2 good sides.
2 good sides, which is also on this as well. So we will wait with this one because it's got a cracking little drum break in the middle. So you lucky people, you can have a few of those today, hopefully.
Dancing.
You've got it going on.
Yeah. I'm just too good.
Yeah.
I've saved all my energy for this moment. This is me playing drums.
Yeah. Back in 1975 when he was
One. Not even born.
Yeah,
right.
track.
Yeah, wicked track. And now we're going to go to a bit of US funk. So from the UK to the US, we salute you.
We've yet to play Mandrill on the show, but a time like our 50th.
That's right.
Big up Mr. Jason for sampling this. Love you, baby.
And the Booyah tribe. I love all of you big babies. big muscular Samoans, you. Yeah, this is from this album, Composite Truth by Mandrill. Also got an excellent fence walk on here, so it's a real cracker of an album. And now I think we're going to sit our man down and have a chat, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to have a nice chat with him about what's coming up. And,
Get up, get up.
He keeps doing that when the camera's on.
I know. Oh, the sauciness.
Cheekiness. Yeah, we'll have a chat about what he's got coming up and what he's, how he got started and all that, so let's go to that.
Yep. So here we are with Mr. Sam EssDee, DJ extraordinaire from Leeds. He's made his way down to the shed. Good evening.
Good evening.
So tell us a little bit about how you started out, what sort of, influences sort of that you have.
Yeah. The influences came from the music that were on the skate videos, all the hip hop stuff on there. Breakdance the movie, Chris the Glove Taylor.
A magician.
That kind of got me into it and wanting to do the scratching side of things, and then wanted to get into hip hop, but I was skating at the time,
right.
So I kind of put it on the back burner. And then when the skating sort of faded, I just got 2 belt drives and then started DJing. And
I mean, I suppose that actual sort of like skateboarding and stuff is a similar subculture to hip hop in many ways, isn't it? The way it started out on, in California and stuff like that. Yeah. It was a musically driven, rebellious sort of thing that kids did. So was there something that sort of resonated in that, or was it?
One of the biggest things that I realised were the tricks in scratching.
Yeah.
And you had the tricks in skateboarding, and although it were very different, obviously using your hands and using your feet, I kind of understood it without understanding the tricks, but it kind of, it just crossed over quite easily.
Yeah.
And then the music thing, it was rebellious, there were good times back then.
Well, I suppose any kid who was into either of those sort of scenes had a bit of a rebellious streak, because it certainly wasn't any music that our parents would have liked or understood or anything like that. So I can see where you're coming from. So what sort of stuff were you buying when you first started collecting? I mean, did you start off as a collector, or did you start off just wanting to DJ?
I just wanted to DJ. I wanted to scratch. I used to watch DMC. I wanted to sort of be like, Mr. Thing, that kind of thing,
Sure.
Cut Master Swift.
Why not? Swifty?
That, yeah,
of course.
So that's where I kind of wanted to go.
Yeah.
But I think I were a little bit too old at the time when I really started getting into the scratching, because I got to a certain level, and as much as I was practicing, I just could not get there. So then I realised, I just want to be a party rocking DJ. So I need the tunes. So then it were go out, buy all the big tunes that everybody were playing and things.
Yeah.
And then later, when I've got them all, it was just more of, I need to find some stuff that is good. So then obviously more of the digging kind of thing came in.
Sure.
Because I'm doing the charity shop tapes, and I've done the charity shop tapes before, it's more of whatever fits. I don't know, I just buy stuff for £1 or 50p, and if it fits in a mix, then it gets used.
I have to say, I mean, obviously, we've listened to the charity shop tape that you sent out, and I have to say, I love it. I love the fact that it is not your typical mixed tape, in the sense that a lot of people would try and get the hardest to find tracks, and cleverly sort of manipulate them in such a way, but you actually find tracks that people would never admit to really liking, but manipulate them and do things with them that are just a joy to listen to. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe that you're listening to the Flying Pickets at one point
Yeah,
or something like that, and really enjoying it. And I think we had this discussion last night. It's hip hop. That's what hip hop's about. It's about using whatever medium to rock a party.
And if it works, it works.
Exactly.
And that's just it. Yeah, I think like the biggest influence has been Z-Trip, which you know, you look at Uneasy Listening and he's playing all the 80s stuff, but he's putting a beat under it, and it's just like, oh wow, yeah, this is really, really good. And I kind of took a bit of, I wouldn't say I bit his style in any way, but it was a massive influence. Shadow for the scratching.
Yeah.
You know, I've never looked at anybody else really, because I just think he's just so tight.
Yeah.
And then you've got Z-Trip for track selection and putting, you know, obscure stuff together that you wouldn't normally find. And then Kebdaj, who I just basically, all I saw were him playing a load of rockabilly, and I was like, flipping heck, man, you know, this just blew my mind. So that flipped everything up again, and constantly maturing and just twisting things up.
Yeah. I just would like to point out that we've already played a Z-Trip track in the shed. If you're watching Mr. Trip, you're more than welcome to come in. You've got a lot of fans.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
First parties, where were the places that you first started DJing? And were you any good back then?
We're all right. I mean, me and Iron Monkey used to be in a band called Vandal Supreme, and that broke up because, well, it just did. There were 7 people in it, and it just got a bit messy. So me and Johnny, Iron Monkey, we decided to create something in 2003 called White Eye Tigers, which was just like our record label. And then we put us nights on. They were called Different Strokes, and they were in Bradford, and we were performing on 5 turntables,
right?
Which nobody were doing back then. I don't mean anywhere, but I mean in Bradford.
Sure.
And we were getting like 2 or 3 people come to the nights, and we were in the student union, and it was just like, you know, we're there doing all these tricks and scratches and mixes, and people just didn't feel it. Which it was unfortunate for us, but at the same time we were still going out and doing the performances, because you have to keep sticking at it. You know, there's going to be times when you don't have anybody come and see you, but then there's later on you get all the bigger crowds and things.
Yeah. And when did it start? That turning point, when was that? In regards to...
I think the turning point was when we moved it to Leeds,
right?
Because there was more hip hop heads, and you know, people were coming down and doing open mics and things like that. So yeah, so we moved it to Leeds, but then Iron Monkey's production really took off, and he went that way, and I stuck to the DJing because that's what I wanted to do. Then we came back together later on. Yeah, the Rolling Stone magazine thing came later on. But the Shadow thing, it was just Shadow were running a competition, remix project I think it was called. So I rung Johnny up, my Monkey, and I just went, look, need to get on this. So we started breaking down. I can't remember which track we did now, it's just gone, but started restructured the whole track, and then we put some cuts on it and things like that, and it ended up on the CD, obviously credited to Iron Monkey featuring DJ EssDee, and so that was good. And then after that, Shadow got in touch with Iron Monkey direct and just basically said, I want you to remix I Got a Rock for the official remix. So again, we got together and did that and put the scratches on, and that's out there. It's on SSX snowboarding game and all sorts. Yeah, it's actually better than the original. Sorry, Josh. Personally, I think that, and so do a lot of people on YouTube.
How did you get involved with the Mr. Jason project?
Yeah, that weird, because he just basically put out on Twitter, I want to work with some more people in the UK, and I just threw it out there and I said I'd love to do something. So within 10 minutes he emailed me, he says, right, okay, I'm going to send you this track, want some cuts on it. It was with General Store, the MC, and it was all about drugs and being effed up. Don't really want to swear on this show because I know Chris, I know Chris does. So and he just sent it over and he said, see what you can do. So I ended up getting sampling an Evel Knievel DVD, ripped the audio off of there, and that was all about don't take drugs. And then I don't know if no, we didn't repeat it. I did originally, but basically in the break it was just I just got loads of drug references out of tracks and stuff, and scratched it up and put that on there, and yeah, that went out, and it's out on a clear green vinyl, and
Yeah, we got it.
yeah, really
It's brilliant.
good.
Yeah, it's so good.
The Son of
But it
Frankenstein.
was a privilege to do it, and then for to actually see it out there, you know, Mr. Jason, the track that he did, Styles Infinite, there you go.
For the viewers.
Get a free mask.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that last year, that was a real, you know, a real nice thing, because Format's on there, Herbalizer on there,
Yeah.
and, you know,
It's
a big
an
Revolution's on
amazing
there.
piece.
Yeah.
We played it on the show, and everyone wanted a copy.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously it was fairly limited and
Yeah.
stuff. But I mean, that seems to be the way to sell records these days.
Yeah,
Limited
definitely.
with different you
Yeah.
know things to it. It's so good,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
worth
it was a
getting
special moment,
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
Have you got anything else like that in the pipeline?
Mr. Jason, have we got anything?
on. Yeah, we know he watches.
Yeah, he does watch.
So,
Yeah.
no, I mean, I'd love to do something with him again, because,
Yeah.
you know, he's ace.
So, for the first one?
The first one, basically, before that I did White Eyed Influences, which was all music that influenced me. I sent it to Yoda when he was doing his column in Hip Hop Connection, and I just wanted it to get it covered, and he just basically said, good mix, no subject. It wasn't as short as that, you know, he put nice scratches, good selection of music and stuff. And I was like, right, I'm a bit gutted. So then I thought, well, what can I do? And I just sat around, read or watched Z-Trip, and he'd said, you know, BPM all your records, and I looked at everything, and I was like, I'm going to get all my records from the charity shops, line them all up in a box, BPM them, and that's going to be my next mix, and I'm going to call it Charity Shop Tapes. And that took me a year to put together, because it just had to flow, and you know, it had to just work. So that happened, and I got Blade on there, and you know, he helped me out there. And then that was 2007, and I'd not done anything mixtape wise. There's mixes all over the internet for various things, but yeah, it just got to a point when someone said to me, why don't you just do a second Charity Shop Tapes? And I went, I think it's time. So rather than using all the stuff that I bought previous, I'm now going out and digging and finding all this stuff, and I'm not paying more than £1 for it.
Yeah.
And they're all on 45. And the idea again will be it's all in BPM order. But I've got, you know, DJ Rob Swift, who's done the intro for it.
Nice.
Which, I mean, you know, that's just the cream for me. And then I haven't spoke to him yet, but I'm sure he will. I'm going to get Maestro on there as well, and I've got Akil.
Wow.
And then I've been invited down VIP to Jurassic 5 at Brixton, so I'm going to get all the rest of Jurassic 5 on there and things like that. And it's sounding better than the first one.
Wicked. Well,
Really, really good.
Can't
And then
wait.
Version 3 is with yourself.
Ah.
Working with Megamouth up in Leeds. Just basically bought a house round the corner from me, so we're going to be working really hard. We've got 4/5 festivals set up already, and it's basically going to be beatboxer versus DJ.
Right.
And yeah, he's a producer as well, so we're going to co-produce some stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I don't produce.
No.
But co-produce some stuff, get it out there. It's going to be a little bit different, and that's really, really good. I'm really looking forward to that. So that's kind of this year sewn up between
Cool.
Charity Shop Tapes and the stuff with Megamouth. And then I've got, you know, I've got 2 clothing companies that are backing me up, so I don't have to spend money on clothes, which is
It's always,
retreat clothing.
it's always a bonus.
Yeah, and then there's WY Clothing. They've been sending me stuff. So yeah, I can spend my money on records and not on clothes.
Nice.
Yeah.
And talking of clothes, there's just one thing we need you to do
Yeah.
for the viewers. What people at home may not know about
You want me to pull my
EssDee
pants down?
is that
This is a world first.
he's a tattooed man, he is, but obviously this being a show about digging, he has a good homage to Cool Herc on his thigh. So we want the pants down, we want the viewers to see. So if you're squeamish, look away now.
Yeah.
So can you see?
Yeah, you can see, yeah.
Check that
Hang
out.
on, hold up. Look at that.
That's called dedication.
That is dedication
That is love.
to hip hop.
So when you see this cool Herc, get over here because I want my leg signing.
When you see that
Bottom
cool
at
Herc,
the
when
top.
you see him cool Herc, start running.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, just for the MCs, we've got
Ice Cube,
Ice
look
Cube
at
on
that.
So,
yeah.
all
There you
good. All good in the hood.
Cool.
He's got some others, but we really ain't going to show you those.
I'll do the belt up later. That, you know, doing the track with Murray P last year, which was the first sign of the Mankini, but that were a really nice touch to be involved with a West Yorkshire artist who he's really good, and people up there just don't get as much coverage, but there's a really good thing going on up there.
Cool.
Two amazing producers. You've got Iron Monkey and then you've got Sonar cousin who's brilliant.
Cracking.
Yeah. And
Wicked. Any shout outs before we
shout outs, Chief Wiggs, Bane, Murray P, Megamouth, Iron Monkey Man, this we've got Mum, Mr. Jason, Rob Swift, you know, just drop the names in there, Josh Davies. So yeah,
Cool.
that's it. And you too, Chris and Brad, they're lovely. You need to be down here. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else. That's all Retreat Clothing. That'd be bad if I didn't say that. Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Honestly, it's
mate.
been an absolute honour and a privilege to have hung out with you for a couple of days.
Yeah, it's been here.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see you.
Oh, this is nice. What's this, EssDee?
Look at the head
This is
nodding.
Bill Campbell and Tan Tan. So good they named him twice.
Yeah, that's right. It's wicked, man. Nice bit
Bass
of dub.
driven.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
totally.
This is not on the mix yet, but it's going to be on Charity Shop Tapes.
There you go.
£1.
Can't go wrong, can you, really, for a pound? No, very nice, very nice. And like we said, actually, a few shows ago, we haven't really played that much reggae or anything like that, but we will be creeping a few more in. I think this is our third, so there you go.
We should do a reggae special. We really should.
Reggae is good.
It is.
Well, good reggae.
Good, yeah. Informer.
He's got a place somewhere on somebody's mix.
Yeah.
Picked this up today. We went out for a little dig. Went down to the Notting Hill Music and Video Exchange. They were really nice in there today. So.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, we got lots of stuff. Spent plenty of money. Stayed away from the sunshine.
That's right.
Picked this up. It's Nostalgia 77. It's the Freedom's Zombie Dance.
Yeah.
So
Nice, man.
I picked it up because they're good and they were on Formats album, Statement of Intent. If you never got that, pick that up. It's quality. One of the best albums of last year. But what a tune.
Yeah, real nice.
Two good sides as well.
So there you go. Going to be, I would have thought, pretty cheap if you wanted to find it. So,
£4 for it, so
yeah.
£2 a track.
Less than 10 cigarettes.
yeah, this is Kista, Sam.
This is Salute, featuring Tableek and Stan Iller. Nice. Everybody needs to go out and buy this on a nice creamy green vinyl.
Yeah, very nice.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, wicked samples as well in there. Some great production.
Yeah.
Hashtag salute. Drink away the
For regular viewers, you remember that we played live wire before quite a few episodes ago.
When I just mind my own, I get that look like I'm on the grind in the kitchen.
Really, really good.
Good graphic as well.
So let's plant these trees, cause the paper buy smiles and little things I do to surprise her. Different moves.
Yeah, big up all the graffiti artists.
Things is backward. They even call a black man.
If there are any that watch.
Making our towns look pretty.
Yeah, that's right.
Played this track off this album before, but we
did.
didn't play this.
Yeah, there's a Black Sheep sample on the other side of the album. But these drums obviously used by the 45 King. Lakim Shabazz used it, and I think Rob Life used it on his mixtape as well. Wicked. This is Fuzzy Haskins, who was in Funkadelic, The Fuzz and the Boog. Westbound Records, 1973, I believe. Looks a bit like a wolf man. And if you were like me today, walking around with a big split in my back without really realising it, and showing my boxer shorts off. But you can see Fuzzy Haskins has also got one there, but you can't see.
That's where you nicked it from.
Yeah, that's right. Biting his style. Wicked tune though. Wicked tune. So that is our awesome break of the week, and we're going to an excellent thing to take us out of here. And we've got a cake because it's our first birthday, so we're going to light the candle and
Come back.
wish ourselves happy birthday. That's right.
The shed chef cooked Sam a lovely dinner,
That's right.
It was very, very nice.
and she baked us a cake and put a candle on it.
I know, look at that, 1 year old. Would you Adam and Eve it?
Thank you for everybody that's watched over the past year, shared it, helped it.
Yeah.
None more so than Mr. EssDee himself, who's helped out big time, so we're happy, and
Keep watching it, people. It's a good thing. You need it.
I'm not saying you need us in your lives, but you do need to at least hear a bit of different music, whether it's good or bad, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, this is us blowing out our first candle.
Yeah.
Oh,
we blew Sam.
yeah. Hope she didn't put anything illegal in this big brownie.
So thank you to Gourita for that, the lovely chef shed.
Yep, that's right.
And
And playing us out, we've got Mr. Quincy Jones, and this is Fat Popper Daddy, which is sometimes what Brad calls me.
that's true.
Such a little tinker, Fat Popper Daddy. Anyway, yeah, but this picked up today actually in Notting Hill. Another break, woo! And this is from the film They Call Me Mr. Tibbs, and this is a Spanish version. Ahora me llaman Señor Tibbs. There you go.
Tibbs.
Yeah. Adios.
Hola.
Hola.
Thank you to DJ EssDee, the finest DJ north of Watford, who came down to the shed to
Flying
hang
us-
out for the last couple of days.
Flying us with shots.
Yeah.
Big love to these two. They are amazing. You need to get in here
Yeah.
if you can fit.
If you can fit, yeah. I will make some room, but hey.
Great hospitality, great food,
Play records.
Yeah.
great records. Yeah, that's what.
Doggone great times.
And we'll catch you next week.
Yeah. Oh.